We did the thing. We went to the weekend. We had a good time. We're making the video about it. And I'm about to show you the whole weekend. How it went, how I felt about it, what I discovered, what I think would be helpful for you to know. Let's get into it. Day one, we arrived. I was very nervous. I have a video here to show you what I discovered. We just found out that there's themes, so we're trying to figure out how to do that because I didn't plan for that. So the theme for tonight is tropical stuff. I forget the exact name. Yeah, so I had this outfit that feels a little bit more beachy, so we're just gonna go with that. I'm nervous. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go try and make friends. Yeah. The next day was really fun. I went to my first beginner class. I bought my first pair of swing shoes. And I danced in the switcheroo room, which, if you don't know what that is basically a room where everyone knows how to lead and follow. Well, mostly everyone. I didn't. I walked in there not knowing what it was, and all of a sudden all these women were like, well, do you want to lead or follow? And I was like, I have options. Okay. And it was a good time. Here's a video from that night. There was also guys there too, obviously. So yeah, it was really progressive in my eyes. And it shouldn't be progressive. I feel like this sort of thing should have been done a very long time ago, and it was done a long time ago, as I will mention later in the video, as I found out. But yeah, that was my day two. I danced my booty off the whole night. The next day, I got to go see Chester, and if you don't know who Chester is, I'll put up his photo and his little biography here. I got this off of laswingposse.org. It's super interesting. I really recommend you pause to read all of it. He is phenomenal at teaching. He's so funny, so engaging. I think he's in his 60s or 70s now, but he's still killing it. So I took a class with him on swing outs, which, if you don't know what that is, if you're a complete newbie like me, it is basically when you are with your partner and you swing them out and they do a little dance and you swing back in. Or you swing them out and you step in front and you swing them out again. So yeah, it's like the best part about swing dancing in my opinion. It's so addicting. It's amazing. I would highly recommend. That's like the peak of where it gets really fun. But during the day, I watched the competitions.
Where's that support out there? Thank you.
In between, I was actually able to relax a whole lot more than I thought I would be able to. So I got a lot of journaling done. It was really nice. I just sat in the room and with no distractions because I told everyone I was going to be there, so no one was trying to message me. No one was trying to get in contact because it was a long weekend, of course. And I just enjoyed my own company for a while. It was really nice. There was options to go watch more competitions on Sunday, but they weren't the finals. Monday is the finals, and those are way more exciting in my opinion. So if you want a break during the weekend, I would recommend doing it on the Saturday or the Sunday during competitions. Day 4, I forgot to include that there was a whole beach party basically by the pool, and it was really fun. So here's some video of that. It was packed, and we took over like the pool area for the hotel. Was the day that I tired out. Instead of taking any classes, there was actually an option to do a queer studies class. And this class centered around jazz and swing dancing, and it taught me quite a lot about that scene and how queer swing dancing history really is. I am really passionate about queer history and queer theory, but I want to show you guys the dresses before I get into detail on all the things that I learned. So explain to me how you made the dress.
So the Mrs. Maisel red cocktail dress was quite an ordeal. The pattern that you ordered was actually very well made, but we had some difficulty understanding how to put the pieces together. Making it took quite some time, mostly because of the initial challenge on how it had to be put together, the construction of it. Once we did have Nana help with it, overall it was a very enjoyable experience, interesting dress to make, and we're very happy with the outcome.
We learned about Billy Strayhorn, who wrote Take the A Train with Duke Ellington. And he didn't get the credit for it at the time, but now obviously we know better. And Billy Strayhorn happened to be an openly queer. He had a partner for about 10 years from Harlem, I think it was. Don't quote me on that, but somewhere later in his life, he had a partner for a long time. Another great person to note is Dawn Hampton. I'll put her photo here. She was a queer ally her whole life. She learned how to do swing dancing and her makeup and present herself to the world through drag queens from the 40s. She was the embodiment of an ally to that movement. She pushed for people to learn how to lead and follow at the same time. And here's a clip of her doing such amazing work. If you note, when a follow follows, they backstep on their right foot, and when a lead leads, they backstep on their left foot. So if you can try and tell from the video which foot she's using to backstep, you can tell whether she's leading or following, but also you can tell because she's taking control of the situation, and killing it. So yeah, Dawn Hampton, really great person to get into studying if you're interested in that. Another person I love to learn about is Gladys Bentley. She was an amazing cross-dressing queer woman from the Harlem scene who was basically the star of the Clam House. And if you don't know what the Clam House is, there's like a map of Harlem during the swing dancing period, and the Clam House is on the map, so it was one of the big ones at the time. And they did drag shows there. They had an all-black drag choir, and she was an amazing pianist, vocalist, performer, just like triple threat across the board. And I would recommend you look into her more if you're interested in the history of swing. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about from that queer studies lecture that I went to. Yeah, it's been a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much to everyone that put on Camp Hollywood. I can't thank them enough. This year is the 25th anniversary of the initial Camp Hollywood starting, and I was so grateful to be there this year, and I hope to be there every year in the future. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one. To live a creative life like I do, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.